In the whole process of community-based risk reduction, who should be involved?
I think it's critical that we involve a multiplicity of stakeholders, from community members to outside external agents. And for me personally, I can speak to my own research and my own training and teaching, which is mostly in low-cost communities. And there I will traditionally start with the disaster manager or the disaster management officer for the area. I think in the Western Cape, I can't speak for the rest of the country, but in the Western Cape we have the most incredible disaster management staff. Most of them, okay, not obviously all of them, but the majority of them are absolute champions, and they really, really do know the communities in which they work on a very personal basis. And they're very familiar with walking around those communities and who the leaders are on first name basis. So I usually start by working with a disaster management official who will take me in and introduce me to a community, and from there I take it on myself. And I start off by a series of meetings with community leaders and leadership committees, as well as speaking to NGOs who are working in the area, who are familiar with the community. I also speak to municipal office bearers and sector departments. So for example, it will also depend on the uniqueness of a particular community and the situation that presents itself when I'm doing visits, and see for myself what the issues are likely to be. And so I should often bring in someone like the solid waste department, or water and sanitation, or roads and stormwater, emergency services, fire services, perhaps ESCOM, police services, but also even outside external organizations, religious organizations, and even in a couple of examples I've actually approached private sector companies. So it's very different depending on the uniqueness of the particular situation. But it's very important to get a sense of a community, not just from within the community, but from outside the community as well, and to get perspectives of other people. And that's a case of relationship building. The whole thing for me is a case of being the sort of coordinator or facilitator and bringing communities together with outside agents who perhaps they don't have strong relationships with.